So recently GPO updated and added a few small additions, a new boss, revamp to an old island, and Pika V2, let's go! So, of course, as an avid Pika user, since they gutted my beloved Yami, I needed to prove myself as the best light user across all of the seas. So I set out on this quest to achieve Pika V2. So, originally, I thought that Pika V2 was just going to have me speak to a poneglyph, and that'd be it. But, boy was I wrong. So very wrong. After taking a while to dress up my character for the new update, as I normally do, unknowing of the time I was already wasting, after just taking a few moments to look around on how to actually get Pika V2, because I saw a couple guides on YouTube popping up, I kind of realized in that moment that this is going to be a lot more than just talking to a poneglyph. So, as it turned out, I would need to complete 5 trials in order to get my new form, each of them being a separate quest I would need to complete. So immediately, I headed off to the Colosseum of Arc. Finding out about my first trial, I flew over to the Colosseum. Overly confident, I assumed the quest would be a breeze, only requiring me to deal a small amount of damage, totaling 80,000 damage to bosses. A feat I deemed simple at first, until I glanced at the time and realized I only had 30 minutes till the new boss would spawn in the first sea. So, I had my work cut out for me. I had to think of a plan, and fast, on how to get this damage, and it hit me. Why not just farm Pika? No, not that Pika. The boss! I've been able to kill Pika in like 7 minutes since I was grinding bounty from the last update, and, I thought I'd be able to get the 80k damage like really simply. Pika is a boss with a lot of health, pretty bulky, his spawn condition is super simple too. So I was like, might as well. Until I looked a little bit deeper into my quest and realized that I had to deal all of this damage with Pika. So after reassigning my stats really quickly, I headed off to try and kill Pika back in Dressrosa. After changing my stats for as much fruit damage as I could possibly get, I would kind of continue looking into how to do this quest and realize not only would I need to kill Kizaru in the first sea, but I also had to kill Mihawk as one of my trials. So not only would Kizaru be spawning in 30 minutes, Mihawk would have been too, because I just so happened to join at that time. So, thankfully, I planned ahead for this, and I asked one of my friends to go stand in the first sea to keep the Kizaru boss spawned, and then I completely forgot that Mihawk spawned every 2 hours. My friend would end up bringing another friend along into GPO at the time, so they would just be stuck in the first sea for the rest of the time being. So, completely forgetting about the Mihawk spawn, getting tunnel vision on killing Pika and stacking up damage, I completed my trial of mastery as fast as possible. So completely forgetting about the Mihawk spawn and getting tunnel vision on killing Pika, everything was going perfectly. That was until around 20 minutes till Kizaru and Mihawk would spawn. Seeing as Kizaru spawned every 30 minutes and Mihawk spawned every 2 hours, it'd be a no-brainer to keep the second sea up, not the first. But it was a little bit too late. My poor planning led to the demise of now. My friend would have just been in the first sea helping out our other friend who just started playing. So now, with the time crunch of having to keep the second server up, with an account on my phone now, and having to finish my boss damage elsewhere due to me having a single minute before both of the bosses had spawned, things could not have been going worse for me. I resorted to killing the Chew Crab in the cave at Alabasta. But as all things seemed lost, Chew Crab having little to no HP left, Don Mingo spawned. Drowning myself to get back to Dressrosa, I was able to get my remaining little bit of damage off on Dofi and go straight to go kill Kizaru in the first sea. Not forgetting to pick up my Poneglyph quest from Desert Kingdom before heading there though. This led me to the next trial, the Trial of Victory. Traveling across the seas through Reverse Mountain, I was able to make it to the first sea. As I flew, I was glad to see my rival awaiting me on the icy floor. The Radiant Admiral, Kizaru. Seeing the power of Pika V2 in front of me was hard to believe, but in the nick of time, my friend had arrived, and from there, the battle could really begin. Weapons, but they're like, it hurts.
There's the abilities.
Bro, it hurts.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can help you much. Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want help?
Yeah, help out. I only need him to just die after I get 5%. Oh, he has like no health. Actually, wait, no, this might be easy. Oh, this is the... Wait, what?
Well, that's not good.
I died.
Specifically, not what I want to do.
Through clash after clash, trying to face off against this amazing power that could soon be mine, I ultimately died, failing right before my very own goal. Hey, but at least I can respawn. And after cross-eyeing some of the turrets and showering light all across everywhere on Marineford, and many, many more deaths, we finally slayed Kizaru. Sadly, however, due to the sheer amount of time that fight took, the account I used on my phone timed out, meaning we have to wait 2 hours for Mihawk anyway. So now with me flying back over to the second sea, it'd make a great time to subscribe if you're enjoying the video, and maybe leave a like and comment to let me know what you think of this kind of content. Anyways, back to the video. In the time that it took me to return to the second sea, Red would have logged off, unknowingly causing the worst amount of waiting a person could endure. I had no clue about that yet though, so let's get to the trial of speed. Back at Dressrosa, I was taking a laughably long amount of time to find the poneglyph. I would eventually find it, and I would be very quick to accept the quest, not realizing that it was timed and required me to fly from Dressrosa to the Colosseum using the light speed from Pika. This task was super easy as I geppoed up, started to aim my way to Colosseum, and I'm pretty sure nobody in their right mind, even with as little time as I had, could ever fail. Oh no, I messed it up. So of course, I tried again, because there's no punishment for messing it up, unlike some games. Type Soul. Of course, I finished it on my second. I got rubber banded by my ping and messed it up again. But we all know how things work. Third time's the charm. And with keeping a close watchful eye on your ping, anything is possible. And with that, the trial of speed was out of the way. We set off to Umi Island to face against the trial of the Starlight Rapier. Arriving at Umi Island, I had forgotten to start recording, so I did in the middle of the fight, pinning Mihawk to a wall, blasting it with golden light as I tried my best to hold my own, ultimately resulting in me getting destroyed by the world's greatest swordsman. Thankfully, dying doesn't affect this quest, so after catching a quick flight and blinding my foe, I emerged victorious, which left only a single trial left. One that not only destroyed the economy, but had me test my patience. The right of the relinquished. And to Thriller Bark, this quest would not take me, finding out I wouldn't need to kill Moria, or God forbid, Borge. It seemed like I would need a Pika fruit, a delicious star I just so happened to not have. Insanity strikes people in different ways. Some, money, others through fear, but me, it was not having a Pika. Right of please Pika. In my desperation, I had to reach out to those around me. Being the group's de facto trader for like the past 4 years, I can only hope that I had given somebody a Pika, or that they might just have one lying around. Too bad, everybody that I asked didn't seem to have the golden fruit I was looking for. Until, after hours and hours, my pleading was answered. Pika. Come back and offer a Pika fruit. Relinquish the Pika in your hand. You have now awakened Pika. And just like that, I was able to acquire Pika V2. But of course, my journey wasn't over. I had to prove myself. against a supposed Radiant fighter who had bested me before. I knew that acquiring Pika V2 would never be enough, so I had to prove I was the best. After finishing the Pika V2 wiki, I ventured back to the first DC to show this Radiant pushover what a real Pika V2 users could do. However, I was unaware that this Master of Light could not only blind me and stun me, but also unplug my router.